Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gabriel, and today we're doing another twin flame energy reading. This reading is meant to be timeless. So no matter when you find it, no matter where you're at on your journey when you find it, there is a message for you here. Today we are going to be pulling from the Sacred Forest Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. I've already shuffled, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. The first card is Raven Spirit, the truth. Truth. And what I really feel from this card is that there is a truth, right? A lot of times we talk about my truth, her truth, their truth, and there is like truth within that we can tap into. But the truth that we're tapping into is the truth of God. So God's truth is the only truth that really matters. The spiritual truth is the thing that is real. And as you're doing your inner work, and moving through the blocks and patterns that come up along your journey, you are uncovering the truth, both of the truth of your twin flame, revealing them as your ultimate lover, revealing their identity as either who you thought they were, or as a false twin flame, and someone else is your twin flame. You're uncovering the truth. And also the truth of your divinity, your being a divine child of God, your truth of who you are authentically. All of these things arise as you do the healing and from a place of peace. A lot of times while you're walking the journey, you're going to not see more than maybe the step ahead of you. And you just have to have faith and keep walking and choosing clarity. And once you've reached a place of peace in your journey and your healing, the truth will be revealed to you as you're ready to hear it. Sometimes God will tell you something that maybe isn't true in the terms of the literal truth in order to point you in the direction of where you need to go for healing. Or God won't lie to you, but you'll be pointed in the direction that you need to go. And until it's fully, fully, fully revealed, you won't have the truth. But you have to walk the path. But it will be revealed. The next card is Enchanted Fern Grotto, Refuge. Yeah, and what I take from this is like refuge is, you know, I think of safety is really what comes through here, is that you're safe as you're uncovering these things about yourself, about your twin flame. I think a lot of fear comes up with the truth. And the truth, the actual truth that we just talked about here is actually very peaceful. God's truth is actually peaceful. That doesn't mean that it won't trigger you. um, it might piss you off, right? I think there's a famous quote that it's like, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. And that's true. Um, you know, there's lots of blocks that you have, patterns that you have that are blocking you from seeing the truth if you haven't seen it yet. And most often that's because you have something, uh, a belief that's inaccurate about love, a, a pattern that is misaligned with love. And until you've cleared that, you won't be able to see yourself or your twin flame clearly, and they won't be able to see you clearly. But this is a reminder that it is safe to go through that process, because ultimately, when you uncover the truth on your union and of yourself, you're not going to find anything bad. You're not going to find that, you know, you were meant to be alone all along. That's not how God created you, and that's not the truth of love. But that's what ego will tell you, like, oh, if you heal this, then you'll be hurt by love, right? That's what a lot of us deal with, is we've been hurt in relationships before, and we're afraid that when we go to these places and heal and become vulnerable in love, that we'll be hurt in that space. But the vulnerability is actually where you grow in love. So it is safe to do that. It is safe to go to those places, because that's going to become your greatest strength. The next card is the Spirit Guardians of Summer, Expansion. Yeah, so once you've gotten to this place of truth, you've gotten to the peace within, after you've moved through your block, after you've moved through your upset, you naturally expand. And this is a continual process throughout your journey. And especially when you're with your twin flame, the expansion can be very explosive. Um, Not in a bad way, but in a, a miraculous way of all of a sudden you come together and everything comes together, or it seems like not a lot is happening, and then all at once everything happens and it all comes together for good. So if you're afraid of that type of expansion, that's somewhere to look and heal, because changes like this can seem overwhelming, but changes of God, and it should always be peaceful as you're expanding, even if it's happening all at once. It will be peaceful if you just allow it and go with the flow. Next card is Courage. And what I feel like with this is just like the refuge card, is that you need to have, like, along with it being safe for you to go to these places and to uncover the truth, and safe for you to expand into your union, you also have to have the courage to take the leap of faith that you have to take in order to, manifest your union. There's lots of, dark nights of the soul and caves of fear and uncomfortable feelings that you have to face and address before you can fully manifest your union. And you can see, like, this is this castle that you've manifested for your twin flame and your union. Your union is not a small thing. It's not just like a warm body relationship that you have to, oh, okay, kiss and hug and watch Netflix. That's not what your union is. Your union is the foundation for your, bigger, greater relationship with God, your growth and your abundance, your life purpose. It's an expression of being whole. Like, you are with all of you. Your twin flame is just an expansion of you, right? So when you have this, like, you're manifesting this great ginormous castle, and you don't get that by playing it safe. um I remember playing a game of Monopoly, and I was trying to play it safe, right? I didn't take too many risks, I didn't take too many uh gambles. I tried to play it safe and safe bets, right? And my lesson in playing that, um, was that I still lost. Like, I didn't go crazy, but I also just, like, didn't take any chances at all, and I still lost to someone who was playing a little bit more daring, had a little bit more courage to take a risk than I did when I was just trying to play middle of the road. And the same happens here with your twin flame union. You can, take a very compassionate um, pace for yourself, but you still are required to take leaps of faith. God will test you. So it's good to have that courage and know that you are safe. Like, again, that refuge card is right here, because it is safe to take those leaps of faith. God isn't, you know, going to make you take a leap of faith and drop you. God's going to catch you, but you have to face that fear. And the bottom of the deck is Joy. Yeah, it feels like on the other side of whatever twin flames are facing, maybe you're looking at the truth and you're like, or you're afraid to find out the truth. Maybe you're afraid to find out that you've had a false twin flame, or you're afraid to see yourself as you truly are as a divine child of God. But this is a reminder too that, you know, your joy is in being who you truly are and being with your true twin flame, not with attaching to a name or a face or the way you think it should be, but with the way that God has created you. God knows your greatest joy, and God knows the path that you have to take in order to have that. And the surrender and the dependency on God allows you to follow this path into your greatest joy. And, God is not trying to trap you. And even though ego will try to tell you that, joy is always, on the other side, and it is has its basis in peace. So once you've healed, you're growing, you're expanding, you've taken that leap of faith, you come into this great peace, which gives birth to joy, which is so much different than excitement. Excitement has that undercurrent of fear, right? And scientifically, like in the brain, excitement is the same as fear. It looks exactly the same in the brain. And it's just the way we interpret it. Oh, I'm excited versus I'm afraid, right? But it looks the same because it does have that basis in fear. Whereas joy, like pure joy, is based in peace. And you can always move from a place of peace. You can always have a sustainable amount of peace and joy, whereas fear and excitement are not sustainable. So learn to embrace this joy so that you can live from this place eternally rather than just little highs. You can get high on life and stay there in this very peaceful place. And that's where your union lives. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you'd like support on your journey, if you'd like one-on-one coaching to help you through your blocks, or if you'd like your own personalized card reading in order to understand your specific blocks and next steps on your journey, you can find my services at SacredTwinFlameUnion.com, and I will see you all in the next video.